I have some slightly good news, but also some bad news about the future of Social Security. And this is going to impact every single American citizen watching this video right now, so you may want to pay attention. Let's start with the good-ish news. According to the latest report released from the Social Security Trustees, things haven't technically gotten worse for Social Security since last year, but they're not great and certainly not getting better. I told you it was only good-ish news. And the bad news is, according to the annual financial status report for the Social Security Trust Fund, which is the pot of money that helps fund Social Security for more than 70 million Americans, by 2032, Social Security will become insolvent. Now, before you panic, that does not mean you're going to get zero. That means this report is estimating in 2032, Social Security recipients will receive 22% less in their Social Security check than beneficiaries who are receiving Social Security today. So basically, there's not going to be enough money in the fund, so they have to reduce payments for everyone. But why? Well, there are a whole host of reasons why, which we're going to get into in this video, but also I'm sure you're wondering, what will that look like for me? I'm glad you asked, because a government watchdog group who tracks this stuff put together a handy little interactive map which shows you exactly how much less you would see in your Social Security check in just 6 years. We'll get into that too in this video. But before we do any of that, I want to thank my paid Facts HQ subscribers for overwhelmingly voting for this story as the bonus this week. If you want to vote on next week's bonus story and get some other cool perks from me, make sure you follow these easy steps and you become a paid subscriber. It is because of my amazing Facts HQ subscribers that I'm able to continue to bring you reports like this every single day. Without them, my channel would literally disappear. So if you want to support my work, and of course only if you can, please consider becoming a paid subscriber. Okay, so let's start with a quick, simple explanation for how Social Security works. Obviously, it's way more complicated than this, but in a nutshell, Social Security receives money from your paycheck and everyone else's paycheck in this country. But that's not enough to cover everyone who qualifies for the program. So the Social Security Trust Fund was created to supplement those payments. But that trust fund has been tapped for so long that it's running low. And by law, once that trust fund is tapped out, Social Security can only pay out what it receives in revenue from your tax dollars. So every year, the Social Security trustees give us a status report on that trust fund. And this year, they said if nothing is done in the fourth quarter of 2032, that trust fund will be tapped out. So based on only projected tax revenue, Social Security would only be able to pay out 78% of benefits to eligible recipients. Now, there's a very important note I want to make about the Social Security Trust Fund. Last year's trustee report found that the Social Security Trust Fund would be insolvent by 2033. But in August of last year, the Social Security office sent this letter to Congress saying, because of the big beautiful bill and all the tax cuts in it, revenue into the Social Security program would be reduced. So they had to speed up the insolvency of the Social Security Trust Fund from the year 2033 to 2032. For the record, this new report just released says the Disability Insurance Trust Fund, which pays benefits for workers with qualifying disabilities, is in much better shape. The report says those receiving disability payments would get 100% of those benefits for the next 75 years. So why is Social Security going to be insolvent? What about all that money that comes out of my paycheck every 2 weeks? Well, as I have reported, that money coming out of your paycheck isn't put into a special savings account just for you. That money you pay into the system today is paying for the people who are currently receiving Social Security benefits today. The idea, in theory, is when you reach retirement age and start collecting your benefits, the younger generation is going to be paying for you. But there are several problems with that system. One, people are living much longer than previous generations, and that means Social Security is having to pay for them much longer. Two, there are fewer babies being born, and that means there will eventually be fewer workers paying into the system. Three, there is also declining immigration in this country, which means fewer workers are currently paying into the system. Yes, working immigrants pay into Social Security, even though they may never see a penny from the program. And four, Congress keeps cutting taxes, so less money is flowing into the Social Security system. And because none of the solutions to fill that revenue hole are popular, Congress has sat on their hands and done nothing to fix the problem. Now, there are some bipartisan options floating out there from Congress to fix this, and I did a whole video about it, which I will send to you in my Facts HQ email if you're interested. Just make sure you sign yourself up. Lastly, if Congress does nothing and 2032 rolls around and you're eligible for Social Security and you want your money, what will your check look like? Well, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, on average, you would see $500 less in your check than those who are receiving Social Security benefits today. According to the Social Security Administration, as of January 2026, the average monthly Social Security retirement check is $2,071. So that means your check in 2032 would only be $1,571. Now, the cut you'll see in your Social Security check will vary depending on your state and your tax bracket. And that's where that handy interactive map comes in. You can find your own state and see, based on these projections from the Social Security trustees, what your Social Security check may look like. According to the watchdog group, the state with the lowest Social Security cut in 2032 is projected to be Mississippi. Recipients there would see a $459 cut in their check every single month. And the state with the highest Social Security cut in 2032 is projected to be Connecticut, with a $556 monthly cut. So if you want to read the trustee report, you want to see that interactive map, or you want to watch my report on the solutions Congress is kicking around to fix this mess, I'm going to email all of that out to you in my next Facts HQ email, which of course is free. So make sure you sign yourself up.